Looks like you have a pretty good athlete's foot here on the bottom of your feet, as well as the callus, build up the thickness. Again, you know, the type of work that you do and so forth contributes to this. What I'm going to do first is take a skin sample to send to the lab just to confirm the presence of fungus in the skin as well, because sometimes we're fooled. Don't need a whole lot. Go from the middle here. Okay. So this little jar has formalin in it. The lab likes it. In the formalin, basically all they do here is just look at it under the microscope. They don't have to run the DNA test on the skin samples. Okay. So this has not been hurting you at all? Yeah, these are steel-toe boot feet if I've ever seen them, man.
9 years in the warehouse every day. I've been working in the office for 14 years, so
okay.
When I went back to going to put the boots back on a daily basis, I remember why I started working in the warehouse.
It's looking better there. Do your feet itch or otherwise irritated on the sides or the bottom?
Maybe a little itch every now and then, but nothing other than just, you know, a little pain from walking around all night.
Okay. I mean, you see how this stuff is just peeling right off?
It's raining feet.
Raining.
Raining feet, though.
Yeah, man, we got a little snowstorm happening right here, right now. It's not hard to remove. It's just that when it's dry, you know, when people are trying to do this at home with whatever tools they have at home or something they bought from the store or from the internet, it doesn't completely do the trick because it doesn't get the thickness that's needed.
Right.
And then, you know, people shouldn't be using sharp things at home. You know, it's my, you know what instrument I hate the worst?
The cheese grater.
That cheese grater. You know it. You've seen it. You saw that video, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I hate that thing.
That's normally what I use when I'm in the shower.
I've seen some pretty nasty stuff come out of that thing.
I know we are. The nail salon started using them again.
Really? I know in D.C. they're not allowed to.
I know. I thought they weren't allowed to where we are too. Because they stopped for some years, but recently, I think last maybe a year or so, I've been seeing them back at the nail shop.
Yeah, well.
So I don't go.
Now you know which nail shop to avoid. There we go. Now, this blade I'm using, this is a surgical blade. I do all manners of foot surgery with this thing. Bunions, hammer toes, amputation, you name it. That's how sharp this thing. So all this thickness of the skin that's underneath where the dry skin is, that's just from the years of the pounding that your feet have taken.
Okay.
You know, callus to some degree can be protective, but if it gets to be too much, it can cause breakdown of the skin underneath. the dry skin there. And part of this also, you gotta know the difference between callus skin and just dry skin. Like that, this isn't shaving off, because that's just dry surface skin. There's no callus here in his arch. So all this right here doesn't shave off.
I still got an arch in there?
Yeah, got a bit of one. At least when you're not standing. Good question. Those cracks, in podiatry and medicine, we call them fissures. Fissures, F-I-S-S-U-R-E-S. Fissures. And when the skin gets real dry and thick and hard, it gets like the bottom of a dried out river. Seen pictures, or you've seen dried out river before, and there's cracks in the dirt. Same thing here. The difference is we're still walking on it. All right, so every time you walk, those cracks split further apart.
Gotcha.
They get wider. That's why we see fissures can get pretty deep. I've seen them get to the point where patients have come in with fissures that are bleeding. Yeah. And some of the fissures can get as bad as ulcers.
So what do you do? Like just shave the skin off? Like
Well,
go to cut?
yeah, we got to do that, and then we got to treat it like any other type of wound. Medicine on it, keep big bandages on it. Tell the patient to stay off their feet as much as possible. And heal it up like I would do a diabetic wound. It's mostly dry here. Okay, much better. Now, I'll machine down the rest, file down the rest. Let's do the other side here.
Number 2.
See where it's calloused is where a lot of his body weight is, where a lot of the body weight is. And you had so much thickness here. Water did not penetrate very deeply. That's why we're hearing a lot of scraping noise.
So what causes calluses to build up?
Pressure and friction. Those two forces. The ground below, the body weight above, and then as we walk, the sliding all over the place. And the buildup of callus is a reaction. Whether it's on the bottom of your feet, whether it's in the palm of your hands when you're doing gardening or you know, whatever you're working with your hands without wearing gloves. So, because you have such callus buildup, and again, it's not just a dry skin or an athlete's foot issue. You also have to deal with the biomechanical issues. You have being flat-footed and having to wear steel-toe shoes and working hours on end on your feet at a grocery store, right? So you should also have orthotics or insoles in your shoes other than what came with your boots.
I do have insoles.
Okay, what do you have?
I have pinnacle something.
I don't know, you did that one on your own.
Were they soft, firm, intermediate? How would you describe them?
I think they're firm.
Okay. So you might want to go just the opposite of that. You're definitely going to need some shock absorption. You know what I mean? And if they're a very firm device, then shock absorption is not what you're going to get. So you would need something more in the foam or gel type. Or at least if it has a shell, to have a layer that's going to do some more shock absorption. Power step. Yeah, power step is good. But you want to make sure that you see the amount of arch that it has, that it is absorbing each step. It's just not staying hard.
Okay.
Power step is a good device, and they make different types of devices based on need. So you want to get something that's definitely going to absorb the shock of you being on your feet for the number of hours that you are. So you've never got anything to this level, to this point?
No.
No. Wow. Have you tried outside of podiatry, salons, or anything like that?
I haven't been to a nail salon or 14.
That's only once they were afraid.
Pretty much.
Here we go. Coming along pretty good. So you have some fissures, but they're not terrible. Okay. Nothing that's going to require any more treatment than what we're doing now. All right. So you got a pretty good haul here. And what's cool, we're able to get all this and not a drop of blood. So, you know, win-win. So I'm constantly spraying here. Notice, I mean, you could do this at home too, just like a pumice stone or callus file. But one, after you've been in the shower, while it's wet, or after you soak. And just don't go back and forth. Notice I'm going in circles. That's how you get this down. Circular motion. And in small areas, don't try to get the whole thing in one shot.
One big circle, you're done.
Mm-hmm. You know what's the number one question people ask me about this thing? Is where I get my drill from. I'm from Home Depot.
Oh.
And they're like, that's what you do? That's not medicine. I said, you know where we started using these? Podiatry school. Was when we got to our third year podiatry school, every student had to purchase one of these.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a Dremel, exactly. That's what it is. But, like any other tool, a Dremel or surgical blade, you got to know what the damn hell you're doing.
Right.
You can't be out here like you see on YouTube, people out here using belt sanders and stuff.
Right. I mean, I can understand why.
Balls at the sun.
I mean, you got to get a good head start. Yeah, it's more than what most of us do, but if it's not done, you really don't get anywhere. And you know, you got a lot of motivation. You got your wife helping you out. So, you know, I know you're not going to be one of those one and done type of dudes. You're going to be putting in that work at home. All right, so I don't mind putting in the extra effort. So I know in the long run, you guys are going to make sure it pays off. Because it's not just what we're doing here today. This has to continue at home.
Right.
And there we go. Got your back in shape here now. Very good head start. All right, so as far as the nails and the skin, the testing the lab's going to be doing, we'll get those results back in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
All right. So since you're up in Jersey, we can go over that via telemedicine. That way, save your trip down just for a 5-minute visit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Okay. Taking such a long trip to come see me today, I'm going to give you this. This is our homemade shea butter mix here. You're going to roll with this. Now, what you're going to do is you're still going to use the ketoconazole cream that you got. Mm-hmm. The guys up there in Jersey, that's going to be for the bottom of the feet.
Okay.
I'm going to prescribe an antifungal for you to use between your toes.
Okay.
All right, and just, you know, give us some information for your pharmacy there in Jersey. You can all send it up there electronically.
Okay.
All right. Now, skincare, nail care, all this has to be a daily occurrence. It's not just every now and then.
Gotcha.
If it doesn't become a part of your daily routine, even after you get rid of all these issues, it's like my foot skincare routine is no joke. Every morning, my wife teases me, you take longer doing your feet than I do my face. You know, but yeah, because you know, I'm not having it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, look much better here. You really want to work this in. Okay. So in the morning, you're going to put the ketoconazole on first.
Okay.
Okay. Then you follow up with the shea butter. And then you can put the ketoconazole again on the bottom of the feet at night. Okay. You don't have to wear socks or anything else like that. You just want to. All right. I'm going to put a little powder between your toes. And again, the reason why I'm doing that is to keep it dry between the toes. Because you're wearing the water here today. Alright, so doing a little powder between the toes after you put the gel on, it's fine. Any type of powder would do. If you have like after shower powder or baby powder or anything like that at the house already,
okay,
save you a few bucks. You don't have to go out and get anything else. Alright?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to give you this foot spray. If I get the top off. Okay? Cooling deodorant rising spray all over. You can put it inside the shoes as well. And this is Not in place of the Lysol. You still need the Lysol to your shoes. But
Gotcha.
you just do this on there too. All right, and that's it. Man, you are ready to pop. Yes, sir. This is what we like to see.
You did an excellent job.
I appreciate I appreciate you guys. 2.5 hour drive, man.
Not a problem.
Had
All
to.
right, you got it. So what we'll do again, we'll keep in touch via the telemedicine.
Okay.
You know, if you need to come back down, I'm here for you. Whatever you got the wife here, keep making sure you stay straight. All right, and I feel good about it. You'll hear from me in a couple of weeks when we get the reports back.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right,
I appreciate that.
You got it. This is Kevin Jefferson, the DC Foot Doctor. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like it with a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you will know when a new video has been uploaded. Share it with your family and friends. If you leave a comment or a question, it may be featured in a future video. But most importantly, take care of your feet.